These writings could be of import.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Come to test your wits. The parent knows the child, yet the reverse is far from true. The child knows not the parent. Such is the parent's due. I am a lost child, for kinship do I yearn. So bring to me my parent, that I might better learn.
No! I'm not sending anyone into that cave!
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
This world's gone to the dogs.
I think I can manage.
Sir Arisen, I am sorry you had to witness that. Jonas has been e'er harsher in his treatment of beastrons since we were last beset by monsters. Yet how can he condone leaving a man to his death is beyond my ken. Listen, I know I have begged many favors of you afore now, yet I fear I must ask another. Though the chief has forbidden it, a number of us intend to mount a rescue. Will you aid us in our efforts? Pray, meet us at Stormwind Cave at the tip of the cape.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Come to test your wits. The parent knows the child, yet the reverse is far from true. The child knows not the parent. Such is the parent's due. I am a lost child, for kinship do I yearn. So bring to me my parent, that I might better learn. And you claim this to be the parent I seek? Indeed, you are correct. All is in the name. You have proven your wits, and so I shall bestow upon you a prize. Collect it from yon chest at your leisure.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
Come to test your wits. Life is an enigma, a lender of mortal debt. Yet lighter pack makes fleeter foot, and challenge nimbly met. So grant to me what you most prize, and thence elude your ponderous demise. So, this is your prized possession? A most revealing choice. Do you consent to give it to me, knowing that it may never be returned? Well, well. Very good. That's the spirit. Such generosity deserves a reward, methinks. Why don't you take a peek in yon chest? Come to test your wits. Is ever the first we keep fond in our breast, and ever the first that eclipses the rest? You know of the Seeker's tokens, I trust. Those keepsakes of a fondly remembered journey. Yet where was it that you found your first? Retrace your steps if you can. You might make a new discovery. 7 days, shall we say, ere you return? May your journey be a pleasant one. Come to test your wits. Seeker's tokens are treasures indeed, keepsakes of a fondly remembered journey. Yet where was it that you found your first? Retrace your steps if you can. You might make a new discovery. Ah, I see I needn't have worried. Well sought and well found. I trust it was a pleasant jaunt. As promised, you shall have your prize. Look for it in yon chest. 5 riddles have I posed, and 5 answers have you given. Perhaps you expected more, but I'm afraid that's that. Our next game shall have to take a different tack. Though constant this world may seem, in truth, all is in flux. And so, the time has come for me to fly. If you are not yet satisfied, seek me at my new abode. But for now, I bid you farewell, dogged adventurer.
A resounding success.
Well, so dearly did you love our game that you have sought me out again. Let us resume at once. I too have grown rather engrossed. Now, questions beget questions, and I have one for you. How many riddles have you solved thus far? My memory fails me, you see. Remind me, and make it plain. Let yonder statues be your means. For every question aptly answered, bring one here before me. Let yonder statues be your means. For every question aptly answered, bring one here before me. This is your answer? Are you sure of your count? My, that's quite a number. And the correct one, no less. I see you're keeping track. Of course, your erudition shan't go unrewarded.
Mayhap towards somewhat overdone, but no matter.
So vast is this world, and full of life. You are but one of many. Indeed, in the grand scheme, we are as distinct from one another as pebbles on a beach. Yet we do so love to extol our differences. But are these differences so great? If you believe so, this next task should prove exceedingly simple. I seek this man. If men are so distinct, I'm sure you'll find him in a trice.
Have a look. I find myself hard-pressed to respond.
I'd get just about anywhere right now.
Surely I can permit myself but a
Every
moment's
town's
rest.
got its own hardships, it would seem.
So vast is this world, and full of life. You are but one of many. Indeed, in the grand scheme, we are as distinct from one another as pebbles on a beach. Yet we do so love to extol our differences. But are these differences so great? If you believe so, this next task should prove exceedingly simple. Is this the man I sought? Truly? You are satisfied with your answer? Then I shall weigh its merit. To pluck a human from the faceless swarm is no less a challenge than to seek a single grain of sand on the Alta Batal coast. Yet pluck you have. And for that, I congratulate you. Another prize is yours for the taking.
Outstanding.
How easily the mind unravels. Some say it's pain that does it best, others darkness. But I say neither. Rather, I say a mind cannot be more soundly broken than when it beholds its earnest efforts laid low in a single stroke. Could you survive such despair? We shall see. Here, I have an amphora destined for Sir Moritz in Batal. Deliver it to him, but beware, it's rather fragile. I do hope your struggle will amuse.
Come to think of it, ought we to consider these former arisen among us?
You there. You seem like a learned individual. Surely you have an interest in the mighty Sphinx depicted on yonder wall? 'Tis a beast of fearsome intellect, whose riddles have confounded some of the greatest sages in history. Indeed, 'tis said that answering its questions is but a portion of the puzzle. Should the day come that you seek to challenge the Sphinx yourself, you would do well to look to this mural for wisdom.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
What in the world were you thinking, bringing me to such a place? Hold a moment. That vase. It cannot be. For generations now, my family has been charged with a duty to seek out this amphora. To think that it was hidden here, of all places. Is that why you brought me here? So that I might claim it? Oh, joyous day! At long last our vigil is at an end.
Well, well. Very good. Well, well. The amphora has been delivered intact. I'd not thought you had it in you. Though I'd hoped to savor your dismay, you shall have your prize all the same.
Not bad, all things considered.
Though ours is a battle of wits, tests of metal are more to your strength. Is that not so? Come, try your arm. Though he shall be your opponent, not I. However, I am not one to be amused by a simple duel. Bear this ring into battle, that I might gauge your true strength. Good show. It seems your mind is as strong as your arm. You have more than earned your reward. Another chest is yours to claim. And with that, our game comes to an end. As amusing as it has been, I shall now take my leave of you to await the next courageous soul who would test their wits against mine. Well, you are a persistent one. Did my prizes fail to satisfy? Surely your greed is boundless. But soon you will learn. Those who live by their greed tend to die by it. Though it is a pity. I had taken rather a liking to you. It will bring me no pleasure to spill your blood. But nor can I ignore so bold a challenge.
Have we displeased it, perchance?
We've seen how tricky the creature can be. This will be a battle of wits as much as brawn.
Are you all right?
Maybe we've misjudged the beast's intent?
No room for carelessness. Oh God, many thanks. Expect our reward to be a new layer of this. Nigh and vulnerable, but it is still a point we all share.
Perhaps we ought to observe our foe, see if we can't discern where best to strike it.
Fear not.
I am no common beast who I shall suffer this no longer. I hoped for some sport. Wanting.
I've not the words for this conclusion.
My sickle's getting
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. Come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party?
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I like that!